Hey there, it's been a while. I know your mental health has been hurting. I know Mental Health Awareness Month was recently, so we had Suicide Prevention Month as well. But I know a lot of athletes, when they are done playing their sport, they struggle on that aspect. And as an athlete, we don't like to look weak. I know you don't like to look weak. Here are some tips that I can help you improve mental health and allow yourself to live a peaceful life. First, don't be afraid to ask for help. Like I said, I know we don't like to look weak, we don't like to be a burden, but you're not a burden. We all struggle every day. There's a lot of battles that we don't tell people. And it's okay to reach out to a confidant, reach out to a friend, reach out to family if you're still close with them, reach out to an old teammate. But do something, don't compartmentalize your feelings, don't think they're invalid. Reach out to somebody. I know therapy is not something that we think that is a negative stigma and a connotation to that for a lot of people. No, therapy is so amazing. For me, I was the lowest in my life. I felt inadequate, suicidal. I was walking on the side of a road, hoping that a car would hit me. I didn't have the courage to jump. I was hoping that it would hit me. That's how of a deep place I was in. And it was at that moment that I knew I needed help. Because it was scary. I didn't know who to turn to. I didn't know if anybody understood how I was feeling. But I called the therapist. I scheduled an appointment. We sat down, and I finally cried. Those tears that were harboring for a very long time, those people, those things that happened in my life in between my playing career that's really messed me up. And I didn't know that they were all tied together because I was so afraid to feel weak. I was so afraid to think that everybody would look at me differently. I'm not the guy that people thought I was. So I kept it to myself. And some people take that to the grave. Some people explode. But I don't want that to be you. Reach out to somebody. Find a therapist. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Number 2, find community. The biggest thing and the biggest lie people told us is that we have to do it together. You have to lock in, you have to be alone, you have to be this lone wolf. That's all a lie. Community is so important, and it's so important now than ever. When you were on your team, you had to rely on your teammates to do their job. And you did your job, and it came into a beautiful synergy of success. And that community aspect is what we miss the most. Honestly, for the most part, I don't miss hitting somebody in the face as much as I miss the people that I would joke with and laugh around with and go through hell through with in the workouts with. Those are the memories that I remember the most. Yeah, the highlights of the plays are great, but the laughs, the struggles, the anger, the emotions that were involved with playing the game with your brothers and sisters is what I think most athletes miss the most, that camaraderie. Find that community in your life right now. It's not just something that we leave to sports. It's not something that we leave to team building activity. Find community. Find people in your life that can encourage you, support you, challenge you, hold you accountable, but love on you as the most. Men, I'm speaking to you. Find some guys, a group of people that you can talk to. The men loneliness epidemic is at a high right now. We're the most connected in our community, but the most alone. How weird is that? Find somebody, anybody you can talk to that allows you to not be by yourself. Don't resort to cheap dopamine. You know what I'm talking about. Drugs, alcohol, sex, pleasure, anything pleasure, food. Find something, heal. Don't be alone. Number 3 we're going to talk about is volunteer opportunities. Give back to the community. I always say this, pay it forward. Because you were once that little boy and girl, big-eyed, big-headed, and you looked up to somebody, and that motivated, that encouraged you to be the best version of yourself. That encouraged you, that pushed you, that wanted you wanted to be them. And that was huge for me. I tell people the reason I wanted to go play college football was I had a speaker come and speak to us. He brought his jersey. He brought his rings. He played for the Cardinals. And I said, this is real. This could be my life. And at that moment, I made a brand decision. I made a decision. I didn't make a hope. I didn't make a wish. I made a decision. I'm going to go to college. I'm going to get a scholarship. But it was his giving back and just talking to us. And that's how powerful words are. That's how powerful ourselves being in the community is. Kids look up to us. Teens look up to us. Adults look up to us. There's people who are struggling right now, but hearing your testimony, hearing your stories are going to make a huge difference in their life. Give back, whether it's cheering. It doesn't have to be financial. You can be financial if you want, but just doing the little things, goes a long way. And last but not least is detox from dopamine. Slow down. There's so many things that are trying to steal our attention every single day, whether it's TV, whether it's games, whether it's drugs, whether it's work, whether it's stress, there's so many things that are trying to steal your attention. When's the last time you went for a walk with no music, no podcast, no nothing? You just gotta enjoy nature. You just gotta be in your own thoughts. When's the last time you drove your car without blasting music? That's a scary place for a lot of people. It's to embrace the suck, to embrace the uncomfortableness. I like to equate slowing down to us being a scary movie, right? Because we've all seen Freddy and Jason. We've seen those movies, right? People are just running away. The people running away from Freddy and Jason. What is Freddy and Jason doing? They're just walking. We don't know how they always catch up, but they never run. It's always been a slow moving posture, and somebody gets caught. That's how we are when we run away and we try to distract ourselves with dopamine. Because eventually when it catches us, it's gonna hurt way more than if we would just slow down and took a break. Take some time out of your day, whether it's 5 to 10 minutes, find a way to slow your life down.